I'd wanted to have a bit more of the complexity of Hades. Enjoyed making the first one, but I think the definition, the detail of the character didn't come through for me, and maybe I pitched the performance at too theatrical a level, although there was quite theatrical scenes in it where sort of he's addressing large numbers of people. So I think the intimacy that Jonathan gets in this, amongst all the spectacle and the falling rocks and the explosions, that I loved. And I loved it when he said, we met and Jonathan said, look, I want this time around that you and Liam really go head to head and have real moments of real sort of brotherly conflict or competitiveness, but I love that, and I think that's there in this. Sometimes we caught up, we would look at each other very seriously and then just start to laugh because we would suddenly be it is, there's a bit of your head that can find the whole thing ludicrous, that you're there in these long robes and beards and moustaches and acting very seriously, and you see the funny side of it. Those chains he had, these gold chains, they were made with wood, but they had a little metal thing inside them to link them. And they were very heavy, and he had to be like this, and he had to wear this heavy stuff on him. Physically quite demanding, and then those sort of sets, there was real sort of flames that I guess afterwards visual effects build on, but real flames bursting up around us, and they got quite hot, and the rocky surface that they had built in the studios was quite tricky. It wasn't and there was a slight danger. I mean, they did build this rocky outcrop, and there was a fall of about, I don't know, 15 feet or 20 feet maybe. We had crash mats underneath, so that you had to be. It was kind of tricky, and working with a crew on a rocky outcrop in the studio with cameras to be quite watch what you're doing. I didn't know, but he was very persuasive when I met him about rooting the characters of Zeus and Hades in that relationship. He was very, he wanted our involvement, he wanted our input, he brought us in to meet one of the writers to talk about, and so I think a couple of lines that we improvised. I remember I tweaked a couple of things myself and obviously showed them to him, but he was very generous in allowing input for the characters to be, to have ideas about the dialogue, little moments. I think there's one moment with Liam and I where we improvised some stuff, and Jonathan loved that. I loved Bill Nye's Hephaestus. I thought he got fantastic value out of that character. Terrific, really terrific. I love Bill Nye's work anyway, always have. I thought Toby's wonderful too. But I don't know, I'd like to maybe, there's lots of gods to have a go at. Apollo or Dionysus. Poseidon, I love Danny's Poseidon. We're a little short on women gods. That's my only, if I had one reservation, I think next time round, if they do another one, we've got to get Athena or Aphrodite or Hera or Demeter. There are quite a few great women gods, and I think they need to have a bit more of a profile.